Hey Bat fans, Luke here, ready to Bat chat about the next installment of the Batman title, that being issue number 83, which is the 9th installment of the City of Bane story arc. Issue number 83 means we are just 2 issues away from the end of King's run on Batman before we twilight into Tynan's run on Batman, however long that run may be. Speculation is floating around as to how long he's going to be there. Is it going to be, to just issue 100 or beyond? We'll kind of have to wait and see. Some rumors floating around out there, and I think it's a little too early for me to put thoughts out there on that subject as of now. But anyway, Batman, yes. So we're on the tail end of this run, and let's just hit issue number 83, shall we? Got the 2 covers as always. Got the standard cover on the left by Yanin, and then you have on the right the Francesco Mattina variant cover. That one being obviously with the Flashpoint Batman, Thomas Wayne, a pretty predominant player in this story arc, to say the least. I almost want to say, a spoiler ahead. I mean, you really can't talk about 83 without spoiling pretty significant events in the story arc thus far. So you've been warned, I guess. But yeah, Thomas Wayne, like the creme de la creme of the antagonist in this story arc, and dare I say, is it maybe the whole run? I don't know, but we'll talk about that in a minute. So anyway, the covers are nice, as always. Not as always, but as many of the cases, I think I would kind of give the nod to the Matino cover, even though Yanin's cover is really nice as well. Nothing wrong with it. Just Matino, I just love his art. Alright, so Batman 83. This one, there's a couple YouTubers out there that kind of mention the one-word reviews. There's a J-Mac guy that's out there who does it. Bat Josh references J-Mac a lot, and when you're looking at Batman, there could be a one-word review I can give for this particular issue, and I would say the one word would be conflicted. I could probably even take it one step further and say I have a 2-word review for Batman issue number 83, and that 2-word review is yeah, but, and then if you want to put ... doesn't really count as a word, so we'll stay there. Yeah, conflicted and yeah, but are the kind of like the ways I would kind of reflect on issue number 83. Conflicted in that is, this as a whole, if you are looking, how do I say this right, if you have been on board with the King run, which, to be perfectly honest, if you do, that's great. I'm not saying you're wrong. I would venture to say that you are probably in the minority, unfortunately, but that said, if you're liking this run, that's great. Nothing wrong with that. This issue, it's gonna really hit home for you. If you are not, if you hate King's run, this isn't gonna help you any. But this is where I say the conflicted part, and this is kind of, again, I don't want to sit there and reflect too much on King's run until it's done. But if you get frustrated sometimes when reading King's Batman, this issue, the part of me be like, this could be good, man, but it really ticks me off at the same time. That's kind of the conflicted part, which brings into the yeah, but as a whole, I think this issue is pretty good, but there are some things that are just gonna drive you nuts. Some things that if King tropisms that if they've been rubbing you the wrong way this whole time, it's gonna just drive you bonkers. There's some things in here where you just shake your head and say that's not even plausible, but that goes to the yeah, but. So anyway, issue number 83. What we have here, this kind of leaves off to the end where last time we saw Batman, issue number 82, Thomas Wayne revealed that basically pretty much he's been kind of the big bad in all this, playing Bane like a little second fiddle. And at this point, Thomas Wayne shot Batman through the stomach and then shot Bane through the head. So this goes into the yeah, but. So this opens up, Batman is becoming conscious, he's kind of waking up, and then we open up in that he's sitting there at the table, kind of shaking off the cobwebs, and at this point he realizes what happens to Alfred. So this goes into my yeah, but. Actually, let me go back. Let's go to the conflicted, because this is where, again, it's so hard not to focus on the negativity on King's Run that it's hard. I'm not going to focus on the negativity. I'm going to sit there and just kind of talk objectively, don't get me wrong, but I'm not going to dwell in the negativity. I'm not going to try to spoof things up positivity anyway. I'm just trying to say what it is. So yes, so Batman finds out Alfred's dead. In the meanwhile, you open up with, as this is going, this kind of sets it up with a whole bunch of poetry. And that just, to me, someone brought up one of my videos the one time that Batman was quoting some philosopher and it was dealing with hush. And I was like, yeah, fair enough, a good point. But this, Tom King does it a lot. And I'll be perfectly honest, if he hasn't done it so many times before and I kind of reserved the poetry part to this issue, this probably would have resonated more. But I just think the setting was set to where Batman would find out what happened, and it's just, man, it's a gut punch, but you gotta fight through all the quoting and the poetry, and it's just, it drives me nuts. But the message behind it is good. But it's just like you just been beaten with the poetry over and over and over again in King's Run. It's just, you just get like poetry fatigue after a while, to be perfectly honest. So unfortunately, in an instance where this would have set the point home, talking about, you know, Alfred telling a poem to Thomas when he finds out that Martha's pregnant, about, you know, having kids running around, what's that done to you, the joy of parenthood. This would have resonated, but again, it's just poetry fatigue. It's just like, okay, whatever. And there's another case to the end. It just, to be honest, it was just like I just skimmed through it. I was like, I got through a third and it was just like, okay, whatever. It's poetry fatigue. So, but then it's just this gut-wrenching scene where now it kind of goes into transition to the poetry, to more of a note from Alfred left to Bruce, and really it kind of really sets some of the story of why Alfred was put in the position he was in. But you just see Bruce, and it's just like, I'm not going to say it's as good, because it's definitely not as good. Batman and Robin issue number 18, I think it was 18, or was it 13? I think it was 18. Had the silent issue where Batman was kind of reflecting on, it was the Requiem for Robin issue after Damian died, way back when. You see just very few words. It's like Alfred, no, and Alfred, but you just, for the next little bit, is just Batman just grieving. And you feel it. It's just, it's rough, and nothing else needs to be said. You just watch Batman come to grips with what he's finding out, and if anyone lost someone close, so you can just imagine how this would play out. I thought this was really done really well. Cinematically, it was done great. Paneling is done great. Art does great. Yanni does a great job of expressing emotion in this scene. I thought this was cool. You would think Thomas Wayne wrote that, but it could be Alfred too. But it just, you just see that, and it's just, you got Batman with his face right now with the passing of Alfred, and I thought it was just great how he wrapped him up in the cape. It could be some metaphor there if you kind of really want to dig into it. Really, Alfred being wrapped up in this Batman persona, just like Bruce was, and then when he passes, you know, it's the wrapping that kind of brings the closure to it. It's just, it could be something there, it could be not. I don't know. It's something I kind of put together. Don't know if that was intentional or not, but you are not Batman. It's just, you just see that it's just something that's hitting Bruce there. It's just, this is a very, really well done scene. But this goes into some of that, yeah, but what led into it. It's just, I'm sorry. It's just how this all kind of came to be. Everything kind of led up before it. It just felt like, I don't know. It's like it's missing something, and it didn't feel like it was really set up well. And I'll say it. I think the death of Alfred was kind of a punk move. I don't know if it was, I'm not going to say gimmicky, but I don't know. I think it was done there to kind of spike something. I don't know. Then we see Batman lashing out. This kind of goes into some more of the yeah, but as you see, this is me. I'm like getting up to this point. Once you get kind of past the poetry, this is really good. You're really enjoying it, but then we start seeing some yeah buts. All right, this I got. Okay, maybe Batman opening the door, realized he's trapped, and that's concrete wall there. Maybe he kicks it. Maybe he doesn't shatter his hip. Okay, I got it. It's comics and all, but keep in mind, Batman he's human. He's not like Superman or Wonder Woman or anyone like that. He's human. I got it. He's the peak of physical condition. He kicks the wall, and okay, maybe. I'm sorry, human being. You're punching a concrete wall like that once, twice, three. Your hand again. It's comics. I get it, but I'm sorry. Fragile little bones here. I'm sorry. Your hands are shattered. I'm sorry. And if this means that Batman's able to punch a wall and his hands not to be hurt, this kind of goes back to any other conflict you have with any other character before, where you punch somebody, he's damn near taking their head off. And I don't know. It's just one of those yeah buts. It's, I mean, great. You get the point. He's venting. He's extremely frustrated, and he's trapped. He's just to his end. I get it, but I'm sorry. Which kind of led to Izzy screaming in pain or whatever. And then you see more of it. I don't want to spoil too much more. I'm gonna kind of leave it right there. Again, it's just more, not words. This was kind of saying before. It's kind of like that Requiem for Robin, that Batman and Robin 18, the silent issue. It just, you just see Batman just really just almost at his wit's end. And I mean, the passing of Alfred is just taking his toll on him. We do find out one more little, we'll just kind of leave it right here. There's a twist here. Psycho Pirate's there. Okay, what Thomas Wayne does, we'll see. This leads into the conflicted part, another conflicted part. Batman smiling, really. He just found out Alfred's dead, and he's pissed off, and realizes he's getting ready to battle, and it's, you know, it's time to be sarcastic and smile. What I would say, this issue, the art, it was great. Again, very cinematic, paneled great, colors great. The script as a whole, good. ... This kind of goes back to, yeah, but I don't know. This goes, yeah, but in the conflicted. I liked it, but there's a lot of things that just like, erg. That's kind of leaves. I'll give it a 2.5 out of 5. It's the things that drove me nuts. This drove me nuts, but the things that were good, I thought were really good. It's weird. It's a weird conflicted. That's what I kind of started off with. I don't know. The next part, the issue number 84, The Secret History of Thomas Wayne. This is where it's like, okay, Tom King, hit me, man. I'm waiting to find out how the hell this guy's here, and you better not shortchange me, because I don't want to hear some Skeets did some crap with the Flashpoint universe. No, nope, not buying it. There better be a good explanation to me where the secret history of Thomas Wayne comes about. But it's really been implied throughout this is that, again, Thomas Wayne has been the one kind of playing things from the beginning. Now, this might not have been from like the beginning, like issue 1, but this goes to imply that pretty much that right around I Am Bane or I Am Suicide, he may not have been involved behind the scenes, and we'll see. Again, I'm not going on negativity, but this is where, if Tom King, for me, without going too far in depth in my thoughts on the run, he can make up a little bit of ground with a good explanation to why Thomas Wayne is here and what his motivations are. A little bit. I don't think it's going to swing this from like maybe a D to an A, you know, or a 5 out of 10 to like a 10 out of 10, or a 1 out of 5 out of 5 based off the explanation of Thomas Wayne. But a lot can go. He can help himself a lot with a good explanation of this next issue. We'll see. In the back of my mind, it's just that Skeets thing. It's just a convenient plot, which better not. And then 2, which kind of goes into the whole doomsday clock thing, whatever. But there's this other thing. It's, you just don't throw this out there for no reason, and don't involve it somehow. That, you know, that when they had to follow the fallen, that sort of Lazarus pit that's out there, that was quickly talked about and then never really brought back again. I'm sorry, it just feels like they're waiting to use that for some reason. And we'll see. I don't know. It's just one of those things where it's like, I know it's out there, and I'm just like, oh, better not use that. That would be mighty convenient. But anyway, conflicted. Here I go again. Trying to keep it somewhat positive. So again, 2.5 out of 5, right in the middle. Could go either way depending on your perception. Again, if you've been really lapping up King's run so far, this is really going to be right down your alley. If you're really frustrated with this might intrigue you a little bit, but it's going to still kind of aggravate you with the reasons why you probably got aggravate in the first place. And if you've been kind of indifferent, it's going to be indifferent for you too. But overall, again, had a lot of goods and some bads too. Conflicted. Yeah, but... ... So anyway, that's my thoughts on issue number 83. Hit me up in the comments below if you read this, and we can kind of bat chat. Kind of curious to see what some people's thoughts on this issue, because again, it's I'm not gonna say polarizing, that's a strong word, but he can go either way as far as enjoyment. And if you're seeing some things I'm just not, and some point of views and make this a little bit more positive, by all means, hit me up. I mean, I'd love to hear other people's perspectives. So anyway, until next video, take care.